Today we're presenting about the Tobii Dynavox I-12 Plus using Communicator 5. This device runs on Microsoft Windows 7 or up with an internet connection which is necessary for license activation. Pricing is variable from different websites and is influenced by internet accessibility and eye tracking capability. Without the eye tracker, the device costs $7,795. With the eye tracker, it costs an additional $6,900. The Tobii Dynavox Communicator 5 program is available for $599 for the US version. It's also available as an upgrade for the Communicator 4 or on a new I-series device for only $99. This product includes the Tobii Dynavox I-12 Plus device, a mini keyboard, a carry case, a quick start guide, 2 batteries, an AC power adapter, a charger or power cord, a safety booklet, a USB mouse, a torque wrench, and finally, an instruction sheet. Enjoy our presentation.
The Tobii Dynavox I-12 Plus runs Communicator 5. To switch between standard page sets and custom page sets, you go to the home page by selecting the lowest of the 3 buttons on the left side of the screen. This takes you to the quick menu. And here we can click home page, and it will take us to our home page. The home page includes any standard or preloaded page sets and also any custom created page sets. The system allows for multiple users, so each user is able to have their own home page and edit it. By accessing the home page sets for an emerging communicator, symbol communicator, or text communicator can be selected by going to the quick menu, selecting Edit Home Page, and Add a Page Set. So here we can select our different types of communication based on our person with communication needs. So from our home page, all standard and custom page sets being used can be viewed. To edit page sets, go to the quick menu and select Edit Home Page. This allows page sets to be edited, new ones to be added, and customized. So for example, with customization, we can change the background color of the page sets. We can change the grid size and subsequently how many buttons are available on the screen. And the more buttons that are on the screen, it's usually more difficult for a eye gaze user to access them. So that's a big influence. And we can go to Manage Page Sets, and here we can move page sets around on the home page. We can create new page sets, we can remove page sets, and basically just customize our home page. To customize page sets further, go to the quick menu and select Advanced Settings. This allows things like the input method, which includes scan settings. If you're using a mouse, there's all kinds of mouse settings. You can also use a keyboard and edit the types of sounds. So feedback sounds, whether you're using voice or you're recording a sound. And so in the advanced settings, all of these can be changed, and we're going to go more into detail a little later in the presentation about these. Now we're going to demonstrate editing messages on buttons. To do this, you need to go to one of the page sets on the home page. So here we're at the home page, and I'm going to go to My Words. Then to edit a button, you push the quick menu and select Edit Button. All the buttons on the page will be highlighted, and you select the button that you would like to edit. So I'm going to select Like. Here, you can change the text that's on the menu by clicking on the text box, and a keyboard will come up. We're going to keep it at Like. You can select an image or search for a new image by typing in. So if I wanted to, maybe if I like something, I want to say smile. And then exit out of the keyboard, which I seem to have some trouble doing. And here are, let's see, oh, we're going to go back to editing like. So with the image search, you can put in a word like smile or like and search for a new picture. So if we don't like this picture, we can maybe do this one because it's smiling. We can also take a photo or browse images that might already be loaded onto the device. Under sound, you can choose synthesized speech, recorded sound, or from a sound file that's already loaded onto the device. Or you can choose to have no sound on the button. Right now we have no sound, so I'm going to change it to synthesized speech. And here we can listen to it.
Right.
You can also change the text that goes with it. So you can speak the text on the button, which is like, or if you want the button to still say like, but say something different, you can check this box. And maybe you want it to say I like instead of just like. And we could have it say I like instead. You can also link buttons to an entire new page or a new page set. So if I were to do this, I would click on this button and it would open a whole new page set. So for example, if I wanted it to go to a page, I could click here and browse for a page I wanted to list it linked to, and maybe, for example, if I click on like, I have a whole page of things that I like that I could choose farther from. To create a custom page set, access the Quick menu and select Create New Page Set. Here you can choose from a grid page or a freehand page. A freehand page, you can put text and pictures anywhere on the page. A grid page holds pictures in each section of the grid. Down here you can control the number of rows and columns in the grid. We can have up to 16 rows and columns. To change the selection techniques for buttons, access the Quick menu and select Advanced Settings. Here, under the Input tab, we can select Input Method. So this allows us to select from gaze interaction, or eye gaze, using a mouse or the touch screen, switch scanning, and the mouse dwell time we can change as well. So we can go to mouse dwell settings. We can change the color of the mouse dwell. We can change the dwell time before selected. And dwell just means the number of seconds that the mouse needs or the eye gaze needs to be on the selected target before the computer selects it and says that word or goes to that page set. To calibrate the device on the advanced settings, select the Gaze Interaction Settings button. Here, under the tab that says Basic, on the left side of the screen, we can select the Calibrate button. We'll start a new calibration, and if a user were calibrating right now, 2 white dots would appear in that box on the screen to show the calibration, followed by pulsing dots moving on the screen like you see here. And the user would look at these dots as they move around the screen to calibrate the device. So back on the advanced settings, To adjust the scanning settings, under the Input tab once again, we go to Scan Settings. Here we can adjust the scan cursor speed, so pause time after an item is selected, and the scan method. So we can choose from a two-step switch scan, a step scan without timeout, with timeout, holding to advance, hold to advance with timeout, or a two-switch hold to advance. Right now we're on a single switch automatic scan.
The prediction language can be changed by selecting the home page from the quick menu. From the home page, you can select the keyboard icon, and in the lower left corner, we have a settings button. From there, you have prediction language in the lower left corner, and to change the language of prediction, select the change button. And from here, we have a list of different languages. You have Danish, Czech, German, English, and lots of other options. You can also scroll down to find more languages. The Sonoflex program can be accessed from every level of communication. You can access the control panel by going to the quick menu, home page, and choosing the Sonoflex control panel. Next, you can click this little box pops up and you can click no, close, and then click no again when asked, do you want the communicator to start up in Sonoflex for this user? Next, you go to the settings page, and from here, you can click on hardware, which gives you options for volume control, for device settings, gaze interaction settings, tracking status, calibration, etc. You can also click on the Communicator tab, which edits the Communicator homepage, and you can make the Communicator start up in the Sonoflex program. Finally, the third tab is just the Sonoflex. Here, you can change the grammar buttons, the return to the homepage, and alterations to the Sonoflex homepage. We're going to exit to the Communicator homepage. From the homepage, feedback sounds and messages can be adjusted by selecting the quick menu, then Advanced Settings, and the Sounds tab. From here, you can change the voice, feedback sounds, and playback devices all under the same window. So first, the synthesized speech, we can change the voice used as well as the feedback voice. So for example, you can use the same voice for both the voice and the feedback, or you can use different voices. So here we have Emilio as our voice, and as a feedback voice, we can choose Laura. For feedback sounds, we can change the sounds that we play before the button click. Additionally, we can change the sounds that are played after the button click. Finally, in the playback devices, you can specify which playback devices are to be used for different communicator sound types, for example, with headphones or speakers. So for communication sounds like spoken text, you can just use all default, as well as with system notifications, feedback sounds, media, and Bluetooth mobile phone calls. Next, we can go to the Input tab in the Advanced Settings menu, and this controls the visual feedback for gaze interaction. So we can change the color, size, and type of visual feedback in the gaze interaction settings. So click the gaze interaction settings, and here you can show the track status. Click the button on the right. You can show the calibration and start a new calibration. Right now we're going to select no. And you can change the pause gaze interaction. Also, you have an activation button, which alters the dwell, switch, and blink, as well as Windows control, which changes gaze selection and mouse emulation.
The Tobii Dynavox has several symbol types. These can be accessed through the Sono Primo, and we're going to go to the Sono Primo control panel, which is on the Tobii Dynavox homepage. So here you can create page sets that have traditional grids or visual scenes. So select page sets. We have several pages available to us. So if we wanted to select, for example, playing in the snow, we can select a grid or a hybrid of a grid and a visual scene, or a complete visual scene as opposed to a grid. So here, each item on the screen is a button instead of your traditional grid with buttons. So I could touch the snowman.
Wow, cool snowman.
I
Can I
could-
put the buttons on?
I could touch the sun
Sun.
or any other item on this screen.
Additional systems which are standard on the Communicator 5 are the PCS symbol libraries and the symbol sticks symbols, which are in the library when buttons are edited. A keyboard option is available on the device, which allows the user or caregiver to create an original message. The keyboard can be accessed by choosing the Speak button from the home page. And from here, you can check off on the alphabet. And here's where we see text prediction. I'm going to click an A. And now it predicts the next words in a series.
The rest are the most important.
We hope you enjoyed our presentation, and for more information, visit www.tobiidynavox.com.